According to Muhammad Ali, I became his favorite musician.
In my mind,
I have a young man named Michel, who I predict will be the greatest singer of all times.
Well, once Muhammad realized that his philosophy was reflected in my music, he got it in his head that everybody should hear this.
Yes, I love this song and I want the world to hear it now.
Well, at one point I was a busker waiting for change to be thrown into my guitar case, and the next thing you know, I'm in the middle of a Jackson Symphony Orchestra with an arranger asking me to hum the tune because I can't even read music.
you know I love to hear it.
The phone rings. I pick it up. He says, "Hi, this is Muhammad Ali."
And he says, "Hello, Muhammad. This is Michel."
"This isn't about boxing." He says, "Well, what's this about?"
I said, "Michel, I have a song you got here. I'm going to be a great singer one day." And I kept trying to throw you off and leave me alone. I'm busy. I'm making a movie, Freedom Road. And you kept calling back. So finally I said, "It's okay, just to get this pest off of me." I said, "Come on." He came all the way on the bus.
And through a weird chain of events, I ended up in front of Ali's caravan on the movie set of Freedom Road.
You were hungry, eating cheese and crackers. You had no money in your pocket, and you didn't know if I would like you or not, but you was happy just in the mere fact of being before the greatest, in the presence of the greatest.
And I'm standing there, and he looks up at me and says, "Well, what you waiting for?" So I open the guitar case up and I start to play him a song. Within one verse of playing him the song, he started banging his fist on the desk going, "That's fantastic! That is great!" And I'm carrying on singing. I'm thinking, should I stop now?
Man, when you played that song, I said, "Look what I've discovered here. I have me a star."
From the moment he banged his fist on that table, my life did change.
Michel had to be tested before he got to this show. I took him places. I let him sing in clubs. I took him in airports and we sung. And I took him here and I took him there and spent a little money. Took him to England with me. He's been tested. He never gave up. He's still here. And all of you out there are going to have trials and tribulations. You're going to have bad luck. Loved ones are going to die. But God is testing you to see if you're qualified for what He's going to give you.
Some people saw us as an odd couple, me with my guitar and songs and him being heavyweight champion of the world. But it worked very well, and it was an amazing thing to be accepted into that circle, and for him to be telling other people that he thought my music was the greatest.
The next song is my favorite song, "Child in the Wilderness."
But he loved that song, and he loved it with a passion.
A lot of meaning can be behind that, "Child in the Wilderness." When you're in the wilderness, you're alone. You may be afraid of the wild animals, or a child will be frightened. He's not with his loved ones.
I think the thing that hit him the most about that song, there's a verse in it about how the girl in it, she was very wise, but she'd never read a book. And I think that that particular line struck a chord.
Things that philosophers had wanted to know, though she never read a book. She knew them all. She knew all about.
It was just him and me sometimes by the fire, sitting in his living room, and I'd be playing him some songs. And this is how the evening kind of panned out. I'd play a song for him. "Hey, that's a really good song. That reminds me of this." And he would tell me a story about how the first time he was kissed.
And at the time, my name was Cassius. She said, "Kiss me, Cash." And I scared me to death, because you see people in the movies all the time. And I didn't know about kissing. So I kissed on lips, and she kind of squeezed me and kissed me. And do you know when I let loose, I fainted. I fell right back. Boom. Right before. She hollered and screamed. My daddy and mother and I. She said, "What happened?" She said, "Well, I just kissed him and he fainted."
She told me to tell you, you need not feel alone. Where the sky is.
From moving from one place to the other with my complicated life and all kinds of things happening, all of a sudden the show was gone, and it was one of these things that I never thought I'd see again. And for 30 years I thought it was lost forever.
Lover she had found beyond the horizons, but I haven't got